皆さん、いい腕前ですね。
And in summary, that's the commission we're here for. How's that sound to you, Yehoda?
All the same to me. You should ask yourself one question, though. You want to catch someone in Nod-Krai?
Well, I once read a story. It told me that if I find a deer with divinity, I could use its antlers to take my place for one death. And what do you know? Deer happens to be one of the Inazuman characters in my name. And I've got my own life to spare. Oh, Traveler, what a coincidence. What are you doing in Nod-Krai? Sharp. I'm here in pursuit of a fugitive a few months ago. I think they called themselves the Sea-Hook Gang or something. After that, I knocked on the doors of the Curatorium of Secrets. Mora, that's right. Judging by your expression, I'm guessing you're acquainted. I can tell. My intuition tells me that if Yehoda became a thief, even I'd never be able to catch her.
You can cut the chatter. Boss Neff gave me the job, but the Sea-Hook gang you're looking for isn't the original Sea-Hook crew. The original gang's long since disbanded. The people calling themselves... yeah, I guess I do, huh?
Interesting. This is news to me.
What's there to tell? New or old, a bunch of scoundrels who banded together for Mora. Then fell out over it. Their old leader wound up thrown. Some died and others continued.
Wait, doesn't that...
When a house goes poof...
If I were a rat... In any case, you've been most helpful, Yehoda. It's honestly a real... I'd have had to admit I was in a...
Well, wait. That's a bold statement, but whatever. I'll help you track the imposter.
Your kindness is a... Now, I suppose that's that. I'll leave locating them to you, Yehoda. As for me, I'll get...
Hey there! Looking for a drink or two?
Something that'd get even the toughest gangster to spill his secrets most...
Okay. You're weirding me out.
Well, Mr. Flint, now we're completely out of options. Who on earth came up with the idea to have Miss Aino attend the big meeting at headquarters? It couldn't possibly have been her request, could it?
It was me.
You? Please tell me this is part of some new trick.
It certainly is. When a solitary leaf takes to the breeze, it cannot fail but draw the eye. Yet when a multitude of leaves depart in unison, the singular form can no longer be distinguished. Sharp as ever, I see. Still, I must express my great regret for—
Be that as it may, Mr. Flint, look at all the autumn leaves in this building. I imagine all of them would love to fly away quickly. I can already imagine all their excuses. Stomach, nope. They've used up all the excuses and left none for me. I mean, good heavens. We once had 20 Ratniki down with stomach aches, 15 who hurt their legs in a fall, 6 struck by fevers, and 8 with urgent matters to attend to. If an outsider saw this, they'd think our headquarters had been raided by the
In all fairness to them, if this place were genuinely to face a sudden incursion of the Wild Hunt, I am confident that they'd be here in full force.
Very funny, sir, but I have no intention of attending a meet.
And neither do I.
Anyhow, I'm usually the only one left in the entire meeting room. And then, I still have to—
Then I must extend my—
Could you come by yourself next time?
As I said before,
When can this poor leaf finally drift away?
no need to drift away completely.
Thank you, but I'm the leaf nearest to you, aren't—
Rest assured, young master, we'll all make—
All right,
Sounds like you're doing pretty well. There is indeed quite a lot. After all, my personal requirements: lamp oil, candles, leather, paper, and pens. These supplies need to stand the test of time. The cured meat, for example, is even if you soak them in milk or vegetable soup, well, there are times when, eat might not be the best word to use. Here, I'll show you. I suppose you could call it cooking with fire. There have been a few more desperate moments. You should know, if I were to use the method I've just shown you in front of my colleagues, and so I have at such times been forced to attempt to swallow this food. Though try as I might, I really was unable to swallow it. In the end, I broke it down into smaller pieces. Unfortunately, my colleagues noticed how slowly I was eating. After that, they patted me on the back and indeed, I was grateful for their noble act of kindness. This is a good one. Here, take this meat for yourself. Mine? Not at all. It belongs to itself. It sometimes brings me old bones to help with my puzzles, that's all. I should be clear. While bones are another thing that tickles my fancy. Sometimes when I see one that's a bit then when I'm feeling bored, I try to connect all my bones and create something whole. A bit like doing a jigsaw puzzle. You could call it a form of artistic expression. Even though each piece of this, just pondering how best then, one day, an uninvited guest intruded on the room where I kept my bone puzzle picture. It was none other than the dog you saw just now. It did. By the time I entered the room, the little intruder had completely dismantled my picture. The second it turned and saw me, it bolted away between my legs. Luckily, which is how I consoled myself at the next day, as I was just about to begin piecing, I couldn't understand what it was saying. After I gave it some cured meat, ever since then it's dropped by from time to time to give me bones in exchange for food. I think you might be viewing this with a little too much sentimentality. It's just a dog looking. I'm a source of sustenance. Not that that's a bad thing. It doesn't speak, and it leaves when I tell it to. If you'd like, you can give it some meat. Sometimes it sits and waits by. Perhaps it might be a little more friendly with someone such as yourself. I will be sure to treasure this pocket watch.
There's no need to stand on ceremony, Mr. Flynn's.
Even if that someone turned up to collect it I do hope it won't miss the finer life and flee back to your shop in the middle of the night.
Such a wonderful sense of humor.
My thanks again, dear Master Tarno. Perhaps we can have a drink in the flagship when you're next free.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Flynn's.
You could say so. This pocket watch cost me half a month's salary. I suppose that means no more fine liquor for me for the next 2 weeks. In that case, I should paraphrase Master Tarno just now and say, my pleasure, Miss Traveler. I look forward to your invitation.
Enough,
Yes?
Do you like kittens?
Based on previous established patterns when you asked me, do you like snacks, Ineffa? It was actually because you wanted them. Do you want a kitten, Aino?
Don't you think Ashrio's a total cutie patootie?
I know, we have discussed this before. Our house is not suitable for pets.
I know that. I don't want... But say, Ineffa, don't you think cats are cute?
I think cats are very cute. However, it would be even cuter if you could make me a vacuum cleaner that does not get clogged by cat fur.
I'll make that for you later. But before that, let me ask you a question. Ineffa, do you want to transform into a cat?
I know, I do not understand.
What? Ineffa's gonna become a cat? Tralveler? Paimon? Are you here to play? Gotta say, your timing is perfect. Paimon loves snacks. What? Hey, when did you get a snack intake calculation module installed? Oh, good thing Paimon ate before coming here. That's because I heard some stinky brats got... They're the boring ones. Ineffa looks awesome, but I gave it more thought, and when I was making Ineffa, I never asked her if she wanted to look like this. So, you want to give Ineffa a new look? Well, it's nice to change her clothes, but I'll only give Ineffa what she wants. I'm a super open-minded parent after all.
The body you made for me is perfect and convenient. I pay such aesthetic concerns no mind. If I hear something terrible, I will simply delete it or deactivate my auto...
So when Aino nags you about making krumkakes,
No, I listen to everything Aino says because she's an important member of my family. And what you say is also of great importance to me. My current records indicate that a majority of conversation topics between Aino and Paimon include eating various types of sweets or sneakily discussing where they would go to eat. The last record occurred in the middle of the night, so I'm...
You don't have to keep that sort of record.
On the other hand, the Traveler's speech is divided between commissions, caring for and helping friends, as well as dealing with various kinds of dangers. Traveler, I recommend you rest more.
Well, you've got no work to do now, which means I'm going to make a nice kitty outfit for Ineffa. Help me out, Paimon. And I can make one for you while I'm at it. Don't agree on Paimon's behalf. Well, unless it looks good, then Paimon thinks that wouldn't be so bad. All right, then we're all set. Ineffa, make us some krumkakes. Let's see. I've got my wrench, Ooh, and here! You can have this as a souvenir. It probably does something, but I can't really remember what right. The most important thing right now is to make super cute cat outfits for both Ineffa and Paimon. What color should I...
Do not worry. Aino is an...
I'm feeling up to it.
How's the little deer, Ineffa?
Its wounds are beginning to heal.
So, that dog's medicine worked?
Pain is unavoidable.
Okay, Ineffa. Next...
You are speaking on your behalf, Aino, not the deer's. You cannot consume food meant...
Hey, I wasn't thinking about stealing a sick deer's lunch, okay?
We are. We encountered this deer under a cliff. It appeared to have fallen to the bottom of the cliff, and it was... Therefore, we brought it to a town of... Our current plan is to care for the deer until its wounds heal. Afterwards, we will bring it to a nearby forest before returning. I know, we have discussed this before.
I can take care of it!
The previous time you got up early to feed it, you hugged it and fell back asleep. Both you and the deer only finished half of your breakfast portions.
Well, that was that's...
When you were brushing its fur yesterday, and it clogged my vacuum cleaner when I tried to clean it up.
I just couldn't help playing with it. fine. I'm sorry. But even if you say all that, I want to keep it as a pet. I'm already used to waking up early. If it suddenly leaves, I'll have trouble adjusting. Look, even the deer doesn't want to go.
I am incapable of understanding deer
Well, just look at it. Oh, if only the deer could talk.
and then I could tell it to stop helping you.
What? Nefa, how?
I did not know.
Ugh, you're such a big, sneaky, lying meanie, Nefa.
Tomorrow morning, I will supervise both of you as you take your breakfast.
Little dearie, you gotta eat your breakfast, or you're never gonna grow up big and strong.
I know. There is still lacquerberry residue hanging from the corner of its mouth.
Huh? What?
Its recovery is progressing smoothly. In a few more days... I know. I am sure you know that it deserves to go back home instead of staying with us.
But...
Did the Lady Moonchanter from the Frost Moon, its family might be worried about it.
I know, but, you know, it obviously hasn't recovered yet. Does your leg still hurt? Do you wanna...
I know. Didn't the Lady Moonchanter promise when the time comes, let's ask... I know. Didn't the Lady Moon... When the time comes, let's ask her to listen to what the deer has to say again.
This little one has recovered well, thanks to your diligent care. If fortune smiles on me...
But...
I understand. You cannot bear to see it leave. Once it is well, I believe it would be best to have it reunite with its...
I know, but it's not well yet. Does your leg still hurt? Do you want to go home?
It says it doesn't hurt anymore, but can you brush my fur again?
Okay, let me grab my comb. I just asked Nefa to make a new... If you like it, you can take it back with you to your... Wait. Where do...
Then I shall take my leave. Once again, I thank you for taking such good care of the little one.
Do not force yourself to go out of your way for gifts, Miss Lauma. Aino loves the deer, and I do too. Besides, Aino and I are happy to have the chance to talk to it.
Is that so? Well, the Rhyme-Horn. I believe this is a friendship that will not fade.
Hello, Miss Lauma.
Hi.
Hello, you two. Please allow me to inspect the little Rhyme-Horn deer once more. Yes. It's doing a lot better now. I believe it can take care of itself.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna take it home? Right now? I mean, its leg just got better. I made a perfect protective brace for it, which I haven't gotten the deer to try on yet, but once we get that installed, it'll be able to jump higher than any others in its herd. And there's food, too. And Nefa and I made lots of yummy food for the deer to take home because you're not gonna find anything as nice as Nefa's cooking in the forest, I guarantee it. And We also...
I know.
Can it stay here? Please?
Of course. I'll let them know. It says, "Thank you so much, Aino and Anefa."
Huh?
Please don't be sad, or I'll cry too. Actually, I'm almost about to cry. But dear eyes get uncomfortable when we do.
Then, could you maybe not leave? I'll make you some super comfortable bedding and get you all the food you could ever want.
And I will take responsibility.
It's asking you to go over and brush its fur.
Miss Lauma, are you certain you can find its herd?
If this deer had truly fallen off a cliff, as you say, then its family must have been working hard to find it. After I take it back, I'll first thoroughly investigate its past movement patterns, as well as the physical characteristics of the herd's leader. Although Nod-Krai's deer population is large and scattered, this simply makes success a question of time and effort, and of following the many intertwined clues to locate the herd.
Thank you. We will compile all the information we know and send it to you to aid in your search.
Then, will it be staying at the Frost Moon Scions for a while? Can I visit?
Of course. The doors of the Frost Moon Scions are forever open to you.
But it's still going to go home someday. I know how deer are. They don't stay in one spot for long, which means pretty soon I won't be able to find it again.
Yes, it is best for the children of the wild to return to the wild. However, it will take some time to locate its herd. While it stays with the Scions, you may feel free to visit at any time. I'm sure the little one has many, many more things it wants to say to you.
Then I'll visit the Scions every Tuesday. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I've got to do maintenance on Anefa. And on Thursdays, I have to sort out the circuitry around here, so I'm only free on Tuesdays.
Of course. Feel free to visit whenever the urge strikes you. Unless anything out of the blue occurs, you may always find me near the Frost Moon Scions library.
All right, it's a promise. Let me think what else I need to tell you. Ah, right. I better write down everything you said. Oh, but there's so much I want to say and so little time.
I believe there will be enough time to say your farewells.
Take these snacks with you, and this hat I made with Anefa. And, oh, right, your horns need some protective oil. Give me a minute.
The protective oil is with me, I know. Let me assist.
It says I'm so lucky to be friends with you.
旅人も来てくれたんだ。今日はいい日だね。わあ、なんでそんな自然に言葉が出てくるんだ。イネは、この前、大バカ鉄くずロボットって言って、ロボットは鉄でできているので、その表現が間違っているとは言えません。は？それって、あたいの謝罪を受け入れてくれた。ヤフォダさんが謝るべきは私ではなく、私の論理モジュールです。論理モジュールはバカではありませんから。イネファが調整してって言ってきたから、ヤフォダをがっかりさせたくないんだって。あたいをからかってるのか？そのようなことはありません。実際、ヤフォダさんが謝るべきは、論理モジュールの外部監視ポートは一部目に配置されていますので、私の目を見て謝ってください。わかったよ。言えばいいんだろう。アイノが作ったイネファの論理モジュール。ごめん。私と私の論理モジュールはヤフォダさんを許しました。では、ホワイトベリークルムかけを食べましょう。アイノと旅人さんも一緒に食べましょう。やっと言えた。なんかおかしい気もするけど、とにかく言えた。わかってるよ。でも今日のイネファ、やけに饒舌じゃないか？面白い？いや、別に。イネファ、なんでクルムかけを持ってっちゃうんだよ。まだ食べてないだろ。ヤフォダさん、私に謝る理由が今。はあ？アイノ、私のユーモア指数を上げてください。ヤフォダさん、椅子に座ってください。掃除機をあたいに向けるな！おい、アイノ、一体どうなってんだ！私のユーモアで笑うまで返しません。今日のクルムかけすっごく多い。大丈夫だよ。あの二人はいっつもこうだから。へへ。これでクルムかけは全部アイノた。
Oh, it's you! It really is as they say. Watch who you mention in Idle Talk. Never know who might show up. I was just thinking that if you were here, at least there'd be someone here to eat with me. Thanks for the concern, but me? Get robbed on a delivery? Relax. Smell that aroma? You know it. You're in for a treat. It'll be ready in just a minute. The boss from my last delivery runs a farm up in the mountains. There was a happy accident today. He miscounted the supplies. So, he sent me home with the extras. That fowl is really dope. I mean, it's super fresh and the meat is top shelf. There's even spring water from the mountains on our way back. Right place, right time, and I had a feeling that the right people might show up for the trifecta. That's why I decided to make something that I recall as golden tempered jade. You've tried this dish before? It's not just the name. The taste is out of this world. Actually, I learned this dish from LIễn, a helper from back home. He and my mother were from the... That said, I didn't follow his recipe exactly. Tweaked it to suit my own taste, you see? Brought the water to a boil, added a pinch of salt, then let the fresh fowl soak in it for a bit. Not for too long, though. Then I mentally recited full moon egg, crystal shrimp, and honey chasyu, fine tea, full moon, and a bountiful year too. Scooped it right out once done. I had to repeat that step 3 times before placing the fowl into mountain spring water infused with mist flowers. Hot and cold. Ooh, reminds you of a blacksmith tempering metal, huh? Yeah, I think it's a bit of a hassle too, so sometimes I get lazy and skip a few steps. But this is a special occasion. Such dope fowl can't go to waste. You'll see in a moment. Anyway, we're currently at the final trickiest step. That's when we drop the heat as low as we can go and let the fowl poach slowly. All that's left after that is to have some patience. Now that we've said all this, the timing should be just right. Not too early, not too late. Now, don't blink. Golden tempered jade, ready to plate. See, when the surface shines like glazed glass, it means you got the heat just right. It looks amazing, and it tastes even better. Come on, try some. See if you like. If you do, I'll make it for you again next time. I don't really bother when I'm cooking for myself, but don't worry. I always follow the steps to the letter when I'm cooking for friends. Full moon egg, crystal shrimp, and honey.
Yes, just like that. This will be more than enough to assassinate Varka. I'm going to assassinate Varka. I need ideas for assassinating the Grand Master. I went over this with Alice a long while ago. She stands with me and has even offered several ideas on how I might take him out. Of all her suggestions, this one seemed the most promising. Bring a full cart of Mondstadt's newest dandelion wine all the way here, and then, before Varka's very eyes, tip the entire cart over the cliff. Perhaps the monumental, overwhelming grief will make him collapse, or go drown himself in whatever other wine he can find.
That doesn't sound like it'll work. Wait, no! Don't even think about doing something so horrible.
When writing a novel, the author, naturally, seeks to be as extravagant as possible. Alas, this will be my final attempt at writing detective novels. I also discussed it with Barbie, but our novel writing sessions always evolve into crime planning sessions. Methods of crime and puzzles of deduction. The angel killer case. Try as they might, the culprit remained elusive. Whoosh! Pitter-patter. Boom! Detective and murderer reduced to ash.
What kind of writing is that? Doesn't that leave no room for deduction at all?
Of course there is. It was only through painstaking deduction that the detective finally discovered the names of the 4 great rulers, learning also that shouting them at my point exactly. I even thought of having a Seelie detective. All Seelies love to guide people. Come to think of it, the Seelie detective and the angel killer case, it's precisely because I overthink every little... I'll just work on the angel killer case instead. But how might the detective deduce the truth? Seelie detective. Hold on. Why not have the Seelie guide that detective to assassinate the Grand Master instead?
Huh? Oh, hey, Glory! What's got you in such a good mood?
Have you heard? The knights who went on expedition are finally returning home.
Huh? Don't tell Paimon Godwin still hasn't told Glory about getting separated from the expedition.
Could you help me scatter some more dandelion seeds? I want to thank the Animo Archon for watching over the expedition.
Oh, poor girl. Waiting for Godwin all this time? Should we tell her the truth?
Is something wrong?
Huh? You want us to help scatter dandelion seeds at the Animo Archon statue, right? Piece of cake! We'll head... How much longer do you think Godwin's going to keep the truth from Glory? No, she deserves to know. Huh? Why not? Huh? Varka? And Godwin? Wait, Godwin's back in the city? Wait. Hey, Varka! What's Godwin up to now?
Shh, watch closely. This Knight of Favonius is making the most important decision of his life. Try not to disturb him.
Glory, it's me. I've returned from the expedition safe and sound. I haven't stopped thinking about you this whole time. Oh, no. I can't keep lying to her. Glory, I have to come clean. I never left Mondstadt in the first place.
Oh, so that's what you meant. Paimon agrees that this is a pretty important decision, but is it really the Grandmaster's responsibility to sort out Knights' love lives, too?
No, not at all. As an organization, the Knights of Favonius does not interfere with personal matters.
I should just tell her the truth. Honesty is a knight's greatest virtue.
Well, it's not all that difficult. Besides, it's not like I'm entirely blameless in the situation either. Back then, I had my hands full preparing for the expedition, so when he suddenly applied for leave, I told him who could have guessed he'd spend all this time agonizing over how to report back to Jean. Naturally, I'll admit I was careless at the time. I didn't set a clear deadline for his report, which may have been part of the reason he spent so much time hesitating. That, truth is, hesitation only ever complicates things.
Oh, maybe I should just leave Mondstadt. Then I can pretend I never came back. Yes, then I can think things over a little longer. Just a day or two more.
At the very least, he should be able to make a decision on his own that aligns with the spirit of chivalry. Without running away? Don't be silly, what kind of a knight would ever... Wait, what did you say? Running away? Darn it, Godwin! Stop right there!
Uh-oh. Lecture incoming.
Grandmaster?
Hey, Godwin. How can you even call yourself a knight? You were loud and proud when you first confessed your love. Where did that guy disappear to?
Confessed my love? Grandmaster, how do you...
Please, half the Knights of Favonius know about you and Glory. Besides, that's not the point.
The point?
Honorary Knight, tell this scaredy cat what decision a true knight would make. See? There's honor in either decision. And yet despite all that, you chose to skedaddle. Whether you choose to maintain Glory's illusion or come clean, as a knight, you should make a decision, follow it through, and bear the responsibility. What were you thinking when you confessed your love? Presumably something along the lines of, does she feel the same? Might she reject me? Truth is, you had no way to know, but you put yourself out there and told her all the same. Now, all you've got to do is muster up that very same courage. The courage to make a decision.
I don't want to be like this. Will she be angry or disappointed? Will she forgive me? If it ends up leaving her as conflicted as I am, but if I don't tell her now, she'll find out someday anyhow, right?
Hey, what are you prattling on about now? You won't achieve anything thinking like this. Instead of getting lost in your own thoughts, come on, let's head to the Angel's Share. It's time to give you a refresher course in chivalry.
Can you really train chivalry in a tavern? Oh, looks like there's a long way to go before this situation gets resolved.
Glory さん、グッドウィン本人の強い意志と、俺はそれを伝えに来た。それと、あいつに代わってこの手紙を朗読するため、親愛なるグローリー様。今この瞬間。
グローリー様？
騎士団の遠征は終わったが、俺の遠征はまだ。
あのグッドウィンの手紙。
以上のことから、俺はNod-Kraiに踏みとどまり、推進。この決断が君の心を傷つけることは
嘘偽りのない真実だなんて。ファルカ様、読んでくださりありがとうございます。別れは辛いけれど。
安心しろ。あっちは今とても安全だ。ではグローリーさん、俺は他にも任務があるからこれで失礼させて。
で、あの手紙は何だったんだ？
ああ、言ったぞ。
大団長、俺分かった気がします。
ほう、 いいじゃないか。確かに騎士団としてはプライベートに深く立ち入るべきじゃない。でも個人的にはお前がその道を選んでくれたことを嬉しく思う。
ええ、決意は固まったんですが。
もうそこまで準備してるのか？すまない、グローリー。俺は自分の罪を認めなければ。俺は偽り続けた。もう君のそばにいる資格なんて君に許してもらおうなどと考えること自体おこがましい。君にはもっとふさわしい相手がいるはずだ。おい、なんだこの内容は。これじゃ責任を放棄してるだけだろ。
大団長、説明させてください。新しい嘘を用意して彼女に会いに行き、仮に一生騙し通せたと。でももし全てを打ち明けたら、だからってその優しさにすがるわけにはいかない。全部考えたんです。でもどんな選択をしようと。
やれやれ、今の状態じゃ無理に会いに行ってもいいか。お前はモンドの郊外で
多分メンツを保つために
どうしても自分の嘘が許せないならいっそのこと
俺の遠征。
ああ、ナドクライに行ってハートを鍛えてこい。ちょうど人手が不足してる。
ナドクライ、
本物の騎士とは何か。駐留してる遠征軍から学んでこい。筆記用具を出せ。手紙を書き直すぞ。今回は俺が言った内容を親愛なるグローリー様、今この瞬間俺は美酒を味わいながら手が
俺たちは普段そんな呼び方してません。それにお酒を出すとしたら
そんな飾り文句は必要ない。俺の言う通りに書けばいい。
なるほど。まあ今までたくさん手紙を書いたし、文体を変えてみるのもいいかも。
愛するモンドを守るため戦い続けることとした。
確かに
ちょっと考えてみるか。
なるほどな。道理で最後の追伸以外
そうか。この手紙を書いたのはグッドウィンで間違いないし。
確かに。
それに今のグッドウィンをグローリーさんに合わせても、あいつは確かに大きな過ちを犯した。グッドウィンは俺に約束してくれた。あいつにはこの機会を無駄に。
約束は守ってくださいね、グッドウィン。